Kirby in the Forgotten Land is about the one, the only, Kirby himself getting sucked into a mischievous vortex and ending up in another world, where he will have to go out into the unknown and rescue the Waddle Dees, whom have been captured by cute, but evil entities. This is a traditional Kirby game plot at its finest, but as I'm certain you all are aware, this game is not that traditional. Indeed, this game steps out into uncharted territory and is the first ever fully realized 3D Kirby game, unless you count Kirby's Blowout Blast on the 3DS. Kirby can now move left, right, up, down, and bounce around the screen and levels, and what makes it all worthwhile is just how much potential this game now leaves for the franchise itself. Almost everything about this game gets my imagination going. I can easily picture a 2D/3D hybrid Kirby game now similar to the likes of Sonic Generations. I can envision an open world Kirby game where you get around faster by swallowing a car. The possibilities feel truly infinite, and it's all thanks to HAL Laboratories' newest addition to this legendary franchise. I mean, right from the get-go, you are treated to a visually stunning opening scene with colors that pop out of the screen, and it looks splendid on my Switch OLED, by the way, and those visuals carry over into the game rather well. The post-apocalyptic environments look livelier than ever, with a surprising amount of detail making this one of the most beautiful Nintendo Switch games on the market. The last time I was really impressed with the visuals from a Switch game was Luigi's Mansion 3, so it's been a hot minute, but I'm glad Kirby received the deluxe treatment. On top of that, the game seems to run very smoothly at 30 frames per second in docked or handheld mode, and if that sounds like a bummer to you, then congratulations, you're persnickety. This game plays well, and a lower FPS shouldn't deter you from experiencing what very well might be the best Kirby game of all time. I mean, the level designs are engaging and fun, with plenty of secrets and challenges on each course. There are even extra challenges for you to discover as you play the levels, creating more replay value with good reasons to return to these levels. You also have mini challenge stages that will test your abilities with each Kirby power-up, and in completing these challenges, you'll be able to power up your abilities further. You'll also be able to visit the Waddle Dee Village, which is where you go to power yourself up, collect more figurines, which there are a lot of them, so happy hunting, and watch all of the cutscenes from the game. This game is perfectly balanced to provide the player with lots of things to do, but never feel overwhelmed with everything on the table. This game is like a custom fruit basket, where everything was hand-picked and closely examined to provide you with the best experience possible. Now, there is something I want to address about this game, and this is a controversial topic that I think a lot of people will criticize about the game, and just to be clear, I completely understand where they're coming from, and that's the difficulty. This game is easy, and even on the more challenging mode, the game is still leaning on the easier side of things. Having said that, I do not personally care one bit that this game is not the most challenging. I have played through dozens of Kirby games now, and never once have I ever classified a Kirby game as difficult, because Kirby isn't meant to be difficult, or at least hasn't been for the last 20 or so years. Kirby games, for me at least, are meant to be stress relievers, and Kirby in the Forgotten Land is Happiness the video game. Just so you know though, it does get more challenging the farther you get in the game. Look, if you want to play more difficult games, there are other ones you can play. Elden Ring! Games that will break your spirit. Elden Ring! Games that are designed to punish and challenge the player at every level. Elden Ring! Games that arguably seem unfair with how ferocious its gameplay is. The Lion King! If that's your cup of joe, then don't play Kirby, because it's not that type of game. Battletoads! Kirby in the Forgotten Land, in my opinion, is a masterpiece. It's a perfect game for me because I'm at a point in my life where I'm always under a lot of stress. I'm trying to get back into shape, watch over my son as he has an infinite supply of energy, plan family trips, spend time with my wife, and get pushed in by giant crawdads in Elden Ring. Sometimes what you need in life is a therapeutic game where a pink blob dances for you at the end of every level. Kirby in the Forgotten Land brings an endless number of smiles to my face. It reminds me that I play games to have fun above all else, and keeps my sanity in check. Like I said before, Kirby in the Forgotten Land is Happiness the game. It is one of the best Nintendo Switch titles you can play, and is so far my favorite game in 2022. I guess what I'm trying to convey is I hope you give Kirby in the Forgotten Land a shot, even if you've tried previous Kirby games and you haven't been a fan. This one mixes it up, it changes it up greatly, and it's just so much fun. It really does put a smile on my face, and look, if this game doesn't put a smile on your face, you might not have a soul. Okay, I'm sorry to say it, but you might literally be dead inside. I hope that's not the case. I love this game. Please give it a shot. I officially declare Kirby in the Forgotten Land one of the best games I've played in my life. It is a masterpiece to me, and I'll see you on the next one. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout. I love this game.